Okay, welcome to download and install Metasploitable 2. So this is our second virtual machine that we're going to download and install. And this machine is a vulnerable operating system that's been built on purpose to be vulnerable. The reason we want this kind of operating system is so that we can test our skills using Kali Linux and other tools to attack it. And yeah, it's really easy to hack into. It's vulnerable. Just a caution: when you're running this in your virtual machines, once you've finished, it's really important to turn that virtual machine off, turn the Metasploitable machine off, because it just opens up your system for vulnerabilities. Your whole network will be vulnerable in that scenario. So I'll show you how to download it, then install it. Very, very, very similar to Kali Linux because it's already pre-built for you. So that all you have to do is just run it. So let's go to the website that contains that image that we need to download. This is the address: sourceforge.net/projects/metasploitable2. You just click on download. It's not a very big um, image or file, whatever you like to call it, but that might take 2 or 3 minutes depending on your speed. I've already got the this installed, downloaded, and I'm going to show you how to extract it and then how to install it on or start running it on virtual machine. So I'm just going to jump out of that because I've already got it. No need for me to download it again. So if I look over here to my virtual machines, this is the last time I was running Kali. I've got a folder where I've got my virtual machines here. Very similar to how I extracted the VMware. Instead of using 7-zip, I can just right click and use the normal Windows extraction tools. So I just right click, and then I should be able to go to extract all. And there's another pop-up box that comes up here. I'm going to extract. So that shouldn't take too long, maybe a minute or so, maybe less. Depends on how much RAM you've got, how much CPU you have. But that'll extract, and that'll work pretty much exactly like the VMware. And then we load it and run it as VMware. And then it gets a bit tricky when it comes to logging in. It's something that always gets students. It's something that sort of like spooks them out a bit. I'm going to then delete that zip format file just to save space because I don't need it anymore. But if I double click, it's there. So it's the VMX file. So I'm going to minimize that. Same as I did with Kali Linux in the previous video. File, open, and it's just a matter of finding where I've opened it. Metasploitable, that's right there. Open, it'll open and it'll start running. If it doesn't start running automatically, I'll just power it on myself. Now, there's no graphical user interface, there's no GUI, it's just a command line. If you see this, just it doesn't matter which one you press really. I copied it. Yeah, so there's no graphical user interface, it's just a command line, and that's perfectly normal. We actually don't do a lot of configuration in this virtual machine. We just run it. We'll find out what the IP address of it is, and then we test it from Kali Linux to make sure that we can get to that. But our networking part of this series is going to be a little bit later on. So today's lesson, we're just getting Metasploitable working and running for you so that you can do some pen testing later. Okay, here we go. So that's quick, done. You have now successfully installed it, Metasploitable, which is the victim's virtual machine. Remember, we need to shut this down after we finish these labs. I'll show you how to do that right now. But first of all, you need to log in because we need to find out what the IP address is and we need to shut it down gracefully. That means we need to shut it down with the correct procedure. So the Metasploit login is right there. You can see it above. Now, something really interesting here is that I've lost control of my mouse now because I'm inside the virtual machine. I can't bring the mouse out. With VMware, all you need to do is click on Alt and Control on the keyboard and move the mouse. Alt, keep your finger on it. Control, keep your finger on it. Move the mouse. I've got access to my mouse again. So now the login is msf admin, which is displayed right on the top there. Not a very secure machine, is it? Actually telling us what the password, username, and password, but that's what we're getting at here. This machine, this virtual machine, on purpose it has a lot of vulnerabilities. So I press enter. Now this is the part that spooks a lot of people out the first time they try to log in here. When a lot of my students or anyone who's new to this types the password, they type it on the keyboard, but they see nothing on the screen. So if I do, I don't know if you can hear the keyboard, but msf admin. I have typed it in there, but it doesn't display, it doesn't show. There's not even stars. And then I press enter and I'm in. The reason for that is even though this virtual machine is a unsecured virtual machine, that's the one security feature that's actually pretty good, because you have people that might be walking past you and looking over your shoulder, seeing how many keystrokes you have on. So on the screen, if you've got 6 stars, that kind of helps them guess what your password could be by the number of characters. Well, it's really hard to do. But that's called shoulder surfing, and that's a way of blocking that. So that spooks a lot of people out when they're trying to get in here for the first time. But you type MSF admin, and if you do it correctly, I guarantee you'll get in. So now that we're in, we will do a networking session for VMware later. But just in case, I'm just going to do IPA, and that's going to show me the IP address, and that's working now. So we've got a networking episode shortly. I think it's after this, and I'll run you through the networking, how to get these devices network together. It's a must watch, because it gets really confusing, and gets confusing very quickly too. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here for that reason, is to show you and to walk you through how to get this pen testing lab up and running. So we've got VMware installed, we've downloaded it and installed it. Of course, that's a lot of stress trying to find it, and we downloaded Kali Linux and unzipped it, and it was already prepared for us, and we've run it. That's great. We've done the same with Metasploitable. I'm going to now shut Metasploitable down just to show you how to do it. And you need to type this command, sudo super user do. And also later on, we've got a Linux command series as well. So if you don't have a lot of strength in Linux, don't worry, I've got something for you. We're going to do a Linux course that is geared towards our pen testing task. So I'm only going to show you Linux commands that's relevant to our pen testing series. But sudo means that I just need to do this I need to escalate my privileges temporarily, so that I can just do this really simple command, power off. I just want to turn the virtual machine off. Enter. It needs a password again, msf admin. Didn't show again. Remember, not a problem. Enter, and now it's going to go through its shutdown process. We'll wait for that, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to restart it again, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So it's really exciting. You've got your pen testing machine up and running. Now you've got your victims machine. We're going to learn a bit of networking, virtual networking, between these two virtual machines. That's a lot of fun too. Bit to take on, a little bit extra that you need to learn, but a lot of fun. Now my mouse is stuck in here again, so I'm just going to go to Alt Control, and that releases my mouse. And that works in VMware. The other hypervisors, they have different escape sequences. Explain that a bit. Looks like my system's crashed. The virtual machine, which always happens when I'm going live. If I'm not going live, it works flawlessly, but that's fine. You know what, this is a good learning moment. Why not? Let's go through this. If you want to shut down a virtual machine that's non-responding, you go to that machine, right-click, and you can click on power, and you can then shutdown guest or power off. Shutdown guest tries to do it the nice way, yeah. But if it really doesn't respond, then you go to power off. I'll try shutdown guest. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, well, it shut it down nicely. Sometimes the virtual machine doesn't respond at all. You shut it down, it's not working right. But if you right click and, for example, there, and you go to power off, it's like pressing the button on the computer. But I'm not going to do that because you shouldn't really do it that often. I'm just going to right click and I'm going to power on this virtual machine and let that load Metasploitable. But that's it from me for this episode. Look forward to the next episode, which is all about networking in a VMware environment. So looking forward to seeing you all then.